Good morning, everybody. Bitcoin is being a naughty boy in the last day, and pooping is poopy pee pee poopy poo poo. But today we're gonna talk on some ZBCN, price prediction. Let's look on some price prediction for this rally, for this bull market, and yeah, let's dive into the video. What's up, Jomo?
Let's dive into it. Hey, CM, good morning, good evening, and good night for everyone, all our audience, dear audience, and members that come and watch it over and over in the live. Happy to see you. Say hi, say hello, smash the like, cook it, say cook it, say cook it, say cooked. Whatever you want to say, just say it. Let us feel the love. Let us see your appearance over here so we know that we're talking to our favorite people over here. So do that now, please. Yes, yeah, Bitcoin decided to kind of shit the bed a little bit instead of, holding the beautiful flag it was doing. Instead, it's, giving a harder time, breaking below the flag, making people, uncertain about what might happen next. And, man, it is not what I wanted to see, but, and I'm going to show this, we talked about this a few times, how Bitcoin many times likes to create this type of shakeout before it actually continues. Okay, so it continued beautifully. This was a pervasive, this was a beautiful breakout, created a pennant. I thought it's going to continue. It's going down instead of going up. Now what happens is sometimes in 1 or 2 days you have like a shakeout and back into range, and then after that shakeout, very similar to what it did here, by the way, kind of shake up below the $100,000, and then bam, a lot of volume came in, buying spree, and boom. So that's what I'm expecting now. It can go and retest all the way back even to the breakout point. I don't think we should go below the breakout point. I think that is it, man. And we'll need to wait to see exactly what will happen. Let me see what happened back here. See, even here after the ETF, news broke out. Also, it made that fake out to the downside before it needed to continue. So I'm assuming Bitcoin is just behaving like a naughty boy, like it always liked to do, like to kind of shake out, create fear and havoc in the market, not giving everyone the let's call it the ease of mind that we're just going to continue. It's just creating that type of shakeout before continuation. That's my stance right now. That's how I am positioned also. What do you think, Siam?
I don't give a fuck about Bitcoin. I'm watching ZBCN. Let's look on ZBCN. Let's look on ZBCN, the daddy. By the way, guys, if you like ZBCN, hold ZBCN, share it, retweet it. This is the channel. Subscribe. Now look, this is actually building very nice, building the reversal here. Look at this, how it's consolidating here. We had two tests of the 4-5-ish area, just like it did here. Maybe it's gonna create like a nice rounded bottom here. Maybe it will be long here. Maybe it will be short. Maybe it will come down and then bounce. But man, it looks really good to me. ZBCN looks really good. Again, it's very volatile. I would love for you to see some kind of a squeeze here, for the volatility to contract, and then we can see a breakout. That here, if it's gonna do that, I'm going balls deep. I'm going all balls in on ZBCN. If it's doing that, if it's just gonna rip from here today, I'm gonna obviously initiate a trade, but probably not big size. If it will squeeze more, oh boy, they're gonna call the police on me on Mexi and on Bitunix for putting too big a position on ZBCN. Now, the price prediction, man. This is, let's talk some price prediction. Okay, let's look log scale here. ZBCN. All right, let's look the log scale. This is gonna be a bullish price prediction. All right, so this is a fib extension tool. I'm actually looking for a move to this area. That's what I'm looking for, to the 10 cent on that leg up. on this move up, okay, that we're now starting. In my opinion, that was the leg one here. That now we completed leg two. We're now coming out of leg two into transitioning into leg three. Okay, that's what we were looking for now. Leg three. I'm looking for a move to 10-cent area. Obviously, I'm going to take profits before, but I'm looking for a move to 10-cent area. This will be from here. If it goes there, that's gonna be a 20x. Okay, it could again. I'm looking for a move. I will be very happy as well with a move all the way to the 3 cent. Actually, 3 cent is something that is more likely, very likely to hit on the third leg, on this leg, and then we're gonna have probably another correction and another leg up. So in like the fairy tale situation where ZBCN just taking over the market, I think it can go to $1, man. On this parabolic expansion move. Yeah, that's what I think on the ZBCN.
ZBCN Maxi CM, give him a thumbs up. Cook the like for CM, the ZBCN Maxi. I love ZBCN also, man. 10 cents would be amazing for all our audience, viewers, and for ourselves, because we're going to trade the F out of it. F. We are already positioned in it, beautifully positioned in it, CM, in the membership also. And by the way, if anyone is still on the fence, trying to figure out what to do with their lives in crypto, stop sitting on the fence. Stop wasting your money just on things you don't know how to do exactly, and join the VIP, because we're going to teach you how to do things. Join us because you'll be able to see what we do, our trade signals, market updates. We're going to help you navigate through the noise and the chaos. And of course, if you're very serious, regardless of your account size, or if your account size is above 6 and 7 figures, you need to come to our elite VIP. That's where we take you hand by hand. This is our mentoring membership, and it's where both CM and I take you hand by hand and give you everything that we can to make sure that you don't make mistakes with your big account, or that you just become the best you can be. So scan the QR code or check it out in the description if you're on mobile. Look, CM, ZBCN, I want to touch base about ZBCN, because as long as Bitcoin will allow it, and I believe Bitcoin will continue allowing it, okay, ZBCN is going to rock and roll with high probability. And I talked about this multiple times in the past. And of course, remember, people, this is not financial advice, but it is what we believe can happen. And usually, we have a high percent of good record, okay? So look, ZBCN, CM, it's in its infancy. People mistake, okay, that coins that already made 20,000% from the lows is the same as the coin that just came out to market a couple of months ago. Look at this. This just came out here. I remind people, this came out in April 2024, okay? It was in 1 year of an accumulation range. This is called an accumulation or neglect phase, and then broke out beautifully, 220% just from the breakout, okay? Just from this breakout in a week, 220%. We traded this, okay? That's why we invite you to join us, because we trade precisely at the right moments when things move up in a velocity fashion, okay? Now, okay, we retested this area, and we're creating somewhat of a higher high and higher lows area, okay? Just to show people a fractal, a very similar fractal that happened from a very beloved coins, okay, for our people. Look at this. When Caspa in the end of 2022 broke from somewhat of a same pattern, okay, a stage one neglect breakout, then it retested the same levels of the breakout over here. Then all of a sudden it created those higher high, higher lows, and bam. Then it went to a running spree, a ferocious bull market, and a huge move that made, only from this move, it made, 30x, okay, just from this move in a couple of months, okay? So we believe that ZBCN, okay, we don't know exactly how it will look like because we cannot predict the future whatsoever, but I believe that right now, at least from a standpoint of where ZBCN is right now, this might be what happens, okay? Now, maybe we need some more time, maybe we kind of need to, do some more of a tightening like this, but I do believe that this level, CM, looks like a horizontally important level, okay? That breaking up above it seems like a very good proposition, CM. I do agree with you 100% in that sense. And of course, we are talking about probabilities, and that's where we believe the probabilities are stacked. And the fact that Bitcoin is actually doing shenanigans, CM, like taking its time, actually is allowing ZBCN to build more pressure beneath that price point. And you know how it is. You know how you take a hose, CM, a hose, and you put a hand on the hose. If you put it for enough time, all that pressure will eventually, boom, break that thing out. And like a sewer that, you ever seen a sewer that comes from below, and boom, flows everything due to high pressure of water. Same thing we believe can happen to ZBCN. And I see that someone is saying on the comments, Binance soon, ZBCN. You actually don't want it on Binance too much. You want to wait. I prefer speculation about the coin going to Binance, CM, than it actually getting on Binance, just because what we have seen that happens to coin that actually arrived to Binance. What do you think about that, CM?
Yeah, man. It's not necessary, Yeah, obviously it will be good long term for the coin, but it will create insane volatility short term, and we don't want that. We want now to ride the bull run and not having like a sudden supply coming into the market and Binance shorting the f out of it, and it will destroy it short term, just like any coin that is getting listed on Binance. So to all the newbies, they think these kind of exchange listing are good for the coins, but they are not. They are not good to the coin short term. They are good for it maybe long term, but they can create insane tops. And we don't want it. We don't want ZBCN to top. We want ZBCN to explode. Yes, sir. Yes. So stop cheering for all these, oh, it's gonna be listed here. Woo. Man, you don't need that shit. You can buy ZBCN all over the world. You can trade it on perpetuals. Everyone can buy ZBCN. You don't need fucking Binance. You don't need it. You don't need them, man. You don't need fucking Coinbase. You don't need them. You already have enough exchange diversification exposure to ZBCN. Everybody can buy ZBCN. If I want to buy a huge position, I'm gonna buy. If my trader's friend, from Europe want to buy, they will buy everything. You don't need Binance. Okay, man. This cycle. Oh my God, this cycle. The IQ of like crypto investors, investors, they call themselves investors. It's just going downhill. I never saw anything like that, man. I thought the 2021 cycle was horrific. This cycle is like, man, like, I don't know. I think that humanity is in a risk. Humanity is in a risk. I think that the average brain, of like 20-year-old today, because most of them are clowns, like 20-year-olds, so the average brain of 20-year-old today is like the average brain of like 70-year-old in the 60s, This is like bad. Okay, anyway, let's go. Jan, hello, Jan.
Hello.
Hey, do you guys know when to sell when something like this is in process discovery? Yes, sir. We are trading. We are swing traders. We have a take profit strategy. We use stops to protect ourselves. And when we are in a winning position, like for example ZBCN, and it up already 2x, 3x from our entry, we move our stops way high. So even if it's pulling back and topping out, let's say, we are going to get stopped out in massive profit. I'll show you exactly what happened the last time we traded big position in ZBCN. Okay. We recommended all our members to buy ZBCN here. We bought it at 21 and on 19. All right. Now then we had a very beautiful trade here. Okay, so we sell into strength. So we took profits all these levels. Okay, we took profits. Then we have like probably around 50% of the position on the table, and it was running. Okay, it was running. Look on the 4 hourly. Once it did that dip, okay, once it made that dip, we moved the stops on the entire coin, on the entire position to here. The stop was at 38. Then it continued, moved higher, made this double top kind of formation. It came down. We moved our stops here, and that's where we got stopped out on the 55 on our massive runner position on ZBCN. So we pretty much nailed max gain on it on the runner, 153%. Okay, so people need to learn how to get stopped out in profit. They're just absolute, people are so uneducated when it comes to trading, when it comes to taking a profits, to have a plan, to have a strategy. It's mind-blowing, man. It's mind-blowing. And yeah, man, we are selling into strength. We also add more on these trade on these winners as well. We add more and sell more and higher. Man, we are swing traders. That's what we do. Okay, that's what we do.
Exactly, CM. And look, this is for people that don't believe. Sometimes you need to show them, that, you actually mean business. This is our signal, both CM and mine, from the membership. Okay, the VIPs, everyone got that. May 21st, we wrote everything down. This is the picture of the signal. I'm going to open it in a new tab so you see. Look at this. Timestamp, May 21st. This was the breakout at 22.6-ish area. We had a stop loss because we do risk management, but it didn't even get close to getting back. As CM showed you, we made a 220% move over here since the breakout. Okay, so we don't only talk the talk, we walk the walk, ladies and gentlemen. We show this, we teach this, and we make sure our members are aware of this all the time. So join the VIP, join the elite VIP. That's where the all the big mentorship and alpha is, of course, or the regular, whatever you feel is more suitable for you. Just join. This is the last leg of the bull market. We believe this is going to be the banana zone phase. Probably 3 to 4 months, CM, maybe 5 if we are lucky. And then, remind them, CM, what happens usually after this phase, because people tend to forget. It's at this stage, CM, where they tend to forget what comes next, man. And it's, up to us. I like how you do it. Remind them what happens after.
Man, they know, they all know, but they will be, how do you say that? They will be in denial or in delusions. They will listen to the clowns on X or on YouTube, but we don't care. We're gonna be short, anyway. I don't care, man. I make money, whether Bitcoin going up or down, whether the coins are going up or down. I make money, I'm here for making money. Here for making money only, not for I'm not like my main goal in trading is like to make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to hold the coin.
The only goal.
Yeah, the only goal.
Yeah, man. What else do we have here, CM? What else? What about ETH? Do you want to talk about ETH for just 1 second, or leave it for the next one?
Yeah. Let's look on ETH, man. ETH dollar, looking kinda okay. Again, it's looking kinda okay here. It's trying to hold, the Bitcoin crap, but you can see also ETH went down yesterday to 3.5 area, bounced, and then went down now with the Bitcoin a little bit to 3.570. But ETH made a higher low. Bitcoin made a lower low. I'll show you the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin crap. You see, this is a
heavy candle.
A whale taking a shit. It's not even a pee-pee. It's taking a big poops. Poops of Bitcoins. So the Bitcoin made a lower low. ETH make a higher low. So for me, this is a bullish divergence here, showing relative strength. Again, if Bitcoin will continue straight down like that, like a bitch, obviously it's going to poop the Ethereum continuation. But if Bitcoin will hold for a couple of hours, here, or maybe have a little bounce, man, like stop with the scam, altcoins will pump. I think altcoins will pump, and I have some positions that are actually going to new highs. I have some positions that are actually going to new highs, and while Bitcoin is doing that. So people have no idea, man. They think, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is an altcoin season market. This is a altcoin strength market. This is a trading environment. Really, if you miss out, on these trade opportunities, you're not professional, man. You're not professional, because we have trades that are ready to pump hard on the next Bitcoin bounce. Took on dominance a little bit. Dominance as well give us like hopefully, again, this looks like you can see a nice rejection candle here on the 12-hour chart on the Bitcoin dominance. I'm waiting for it to come down. Hopefully it will come down. If it start coming down and take the lows, that's it, man. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin will do. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin will do. Altcoins will rip. Altcoins will rip. We need more selling here on the dominance, and then altcoins will rip. That's what we need. And this is the time of the cycle that people just lose money. Okay, they lose money and they lose opportunity because they are being distracted from the Bitcoin shenanigans, let's call it. The Bitcoin is shaking them out of their trade, or they're just buying the wrong coins that have no relative strength versus the Bitcoin. Obviously there is not a lot of coins that are pumping now because Bitcoin, is the daddy. But if you can nail the coins that are pumping in the Bitcoin shenanigan moment, you're doing something very well.
Definitely, man. And look, it's a skill that we teach how to recognize. For me in UCM, we can look at things and identify.
God is saying, man. Sorry, Joe. We talk about Casper God is saying, what would you say your percentage of successful trades are opposed to bad trades? Because I'm sure you have some lost trades as well. I'm considering joining. Well, man, tell you around, the last, before the Bitcoin poop, we had the last Bitcoin poop, pretty much, in around 20 days, I had for me, around 50, 60%, 70, maybe between 60 to 70% was a winning trade. That means we're hit minimum 1, 2, 3 targets of our trades. Okay, some of them went bananas, like XRP and Ethereum. Again, and remember, we are a trading service, that obviously if you join Elite, it's the best. That we're gonna tell you on which coins to put more of your capital. So when we have high conviction trades, okay, and we play big enough, it doesn't matter if you take, let's say, a shitcoin breakout that failed and hit your stops and you took a little loss of like 5% or 6 or 7% or maybe even 10% on a little bag. When the big trade you took on XRP, it was like 30% of your capital are printed. It goes up. It already up 50%. So let's say you have 100K. Yeah, you took the XRP trade with us in early July. Okay, early July, you took the XRP trade with us. With 100K, let's say in total you had 30K in it, okay? The 30K went up, okay, hit multiple targets, went up, and became, okay, in like now or a couple of days ago, around, 45, 50K, okay? Around 45, 50K. The 30K is actually now worth 50K, okay? So you actually made 20K. As you trade XRP and make really good money, you took, let's say, another trade that failed. I took a few trades that failed, recently with let's say I put there, 3K, and a 5K here and a 5K there. Let's say on all of them, I took a loss of 10%. Rounded up, that will be, let's say I took few shit trades that hit my stop 10%, 10K in total. So I lost 1K. But I made on the XRP 15K. You get me? So we will show you on every trade exactly how much you need to put. And also, that's part of our risk management. Position sizing, because position sizing is what's most important. You need to know how to swing heavy on the trades that can print you good money and safely and low risk, and how to play very small on the scammy coins that can do fake outs, okay? Because we trade breakouts, okay? That's what we do. Now, hope it answer your question, because
Yeah, man. Look, I'm with you, CM. I think I want to add a little bit to what you said. Actually, I think that you are underestimating your results in the past in this month. I think this month your results are actually higher because the thing is that me and you, when we see something that is not working, we move the stop loss to break even quite fast. So our losses actually in this type of environment is actually break even or a bit better. So, or a very small loss, of course. So it's so skewed. I think the word you were looking for is how skewed it is. So, and I'm going to talk short term and long term. Short term, our success rate this month is above 80%. Okay. And as CM said, it's very skewed that the losses are very small and minuscule, okay, and the wins are very big and compared. So you have two different ratios: the average batting, okay, the wins versus the losses, and how much you lose versus how much you win in each of these categories, okay. So it's skewed this month a lot, but it's not by chance, right? It is because there is an opportunity that meets preparation. We are ready, okay, for these types of environment to hammer them. Also, I will talk long term. Long term, if you look at all my statistics, bear markets, bull markets, sideways actions, I'm around between the 40 to 45% winners, only in the long run, right? But we win. Okay, on the winners, it's roughly $4 for every $1 that we lose only. So the amount of money you make over time is so consistent, okay, that this is how you want to be trading, okay? When things are really good, you pound it. When things are really bad, you go small and lower. But hey, if you're joining now, you're joining at the right moment in time where not only you get us for educational purposes, but also you get the banana zone holding your hand. Okay, this is the time right now, the best time to join, because it's at these times where accounts move the needle from 20% to 100% all of a sudden a month. That can happen. Okay, they moonshot. Okay, so definitely if you're thinking about it, this is the time to join, because you will be forgiven by many mistakes that you can do by yourself, because we're going to help you not make them and compound on that boom 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 even stronger, because we have all the preparation that meets the opportunity. So hope that helps. Good answer, CM, by the way.
join Elite, man. Join Elite. We're doing the Elite mastermind groups meeting every week, man. Man, Elite is gonna be the best for you to get on board fast. We get all our knowledge, man, be in our private, exclusive table with all the knights, sitting in the table, all the, that if you see trading, crypto trading and investing as a career, as a way of life, we invite you to join the Elite. Because the Elite, man, once you join the Elite, that's it, man. You're good. You're good. You're good, man. You just book yourself again. But this is for serious people. If you're like a little clown that live in your mama's house basement, leave it. Yeah, it's not for you. But if you're a serious individual that looking to break free from the 9 to 5 scam idea, you want to stop working for somebody else. You want to take trading as a way of life, as a way to grow wealthy, not as a way to just gamble your way in the crypto market. You really want to be a professional executor, when the time is right, boom boom boom. When the good time is over, you go take your wife to a cruise, enjoy life, chill, relax. Once we're ready, we're gonna let you know again. You know what I mean? And also, once the bear comes, you're gonna print in the bear, because we're gonna do also for, obviously, in our VIP, we have trading lessons on how to short and everything. But to the Elite, we're gonna do proper boot camps, for how to short crypto, and we're gonna train them how to be short sellers, because short selling is a different mindset. People need to understand, to learn how to accept the fact that everything is going to go to the sewage now, you know, and we're going to teach you how to profit substantially when the entire world is going into recession. That is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward for the bear. But anyway, now it's a bull run, so join us, sir. Join us, sir. XRP. Let's look on XRP.
CM, before we actually show XRP, let's again, show people that we mean business over here. This is the XRP trade that we executed, both me and you, on the VIPs, okay, from July 3rd. Okay, this is the picture. Let's enlarge it for people to understand the timestamp also. Look where we entered. Our first entry was at 234. We added, okay, doubled at 265 and actually added above the 3 again, okay? So, and we told our members to get in, and we told our VIPs we made specific walkthroughs for them to see exactly what it is. This was a mega trade. CM, show them how much money someone could have made just by following this one trade, man. And we had multiple of those.
Yeah, man, XRP at the moment, yeah, we had a very beautiful move here. That was our entry here, 237, the first entry. First entry was 237. Obviously, we got stopped out here. Once it topped out, we got stopped out. So, on the runner, on the entire position. So that was amazing, in total, it was like around 40% gain from the first entry on a big position. That's a lot, okay? On a 5-6 digit bag, that's a lot of money. All right, now we're looking for XRP to complete its corrective wave. Now this looks like leg 1. We're now forming leg 2. I don't know if it's gonna go lower, if it's gonna hold here, and or hold here. But I'm expecting very bright future for XRP in August, man. I think August gonna be amazing for XRP. That's what I think. I don't know, man.
You want to know why it dropped yesterday like this? Besides the fact that Bitcoin is dropping and there's a correction, there was a big FUD yesterday, CM. Apparently, one of the founders of XRP sent $140 million worth of XRP to an exchange. Ooh, everyone got scared.
They said it on X already, like, last week when it was breaking the all-time high, kinda, last week, I think. So, these clowns,
It's
man,
stupid.
they don't know how to trade, they're just looking on weird stuff, and they think it's the data, bro. We're trading against with like these people, man. They're just bringing all their life savings into the crypto markets for the professional trader to take it, to take it back.
Exactly.
Like, man, come on, like, really, this is too much. Anyway, this guy saying, I live by my mama, but I am in the VIP group. All right, Nico, yeah. Look, VIP, you can live by your mama, but elite VIP, it's not allowed, man. We're not accepting elite VIP members that lived in their mama's place. Oh, unless your mama lives in Beverly Hills, all right? If your mama lives in Beverly Hills, or
I love it.
your mama named Madonna, or Britney Spears.
Or you bring her along and she learns how to be an elite also. If it's together, we accept it, That's a mom and son therapy. Whatever, man. That's funny. Look, CM, hey guys, more questions ASAP, or we're gonna wrap it up really soon. Okay. It's a Friday. We need to do some trading, needs to do some things for our members also. So yes, we're enjoying, but ask as fast as possible. I see John Giovan, or Gloven, as we just give him the Gloven, is saying elite VIP is for older than 3 years. Yeah, 3 and above.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, my kid is 1.5 years old, and he's already an elite VIP, man. So it's not about the age; it's about how serious you are. What else do you have, CM? Anything else or?
Well, man, I'm actually looking for. Let me show them just the little Bitcoin chart and wrap it up. Like, look, the Bitcoin is actually, just like you said, it looks like I'm expecting a bounce from here, because if you look here, like this is a critical support that we've been bouncing from, here and here and here and here and here. So on balance of probability, I'm expecting some kind of a bounce, because we actually went through it, to shake out, like a shakeout style of a move. We went through it, probably tagged all the leverage. This is a leverage hunt. Exchanges leverage hunting for sure, man. That's so manipulated. Look, if you look at the 30-minute, look at this manipulation, man. Beep, 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 beep. This is the nasty manipulation. Okay, they wanna liquidate all the leverage trader. 100x people are done, cooked. 50x, 20x, all of them are cooked, out of the money. Now the exchanges are much richer. They have more money now, after the liquidation. And I'm expecting a bounce from you. You can see this little tail here. It's super. I think it's super oversold, like short term. Again, obviously it can go lower, but I think it will be much more likely for a bounce from here after it shook out many, and it actually went to this, like, let's call it feeding zone. Okay, let's call it support feeding zone. You can see from here you get a bounce usually. So I would assume a bounce today. And look, if it will close, look at this 12 hourly, right? Or the 12 hour or the daily. Let's say if Bitcoin can go up all the way to the top, today, and close at above 118, man, that will be very bullish. Okay, that would be very bullish, because you shook out a lot of people. You bring a lot of liquidity to the market from the stop hunting and all this stuff, and then bounce with the hammer could be good.
For
So
sure.
something
One
to.
other last thing I want to say, CM, is that usually when we have a fake out to the downside, like a shakeout on Bitcoin, alts crumble. But today they're holding mostly, at least the ones that we are looking at, right? The ones that we know that are bangers, the one that we know that are strong, okay? The ones that are on our list and we share with our members, of course, right? They're holding beautiful, okay? So again, remember, guys, we're detectives in the market, and all these things are clues, okay? Gives us addition or reduction of probabilities to certain moves. I'm like CM over here. I do expect a bounce soon. Today, maximum tomorrow, probably today, but maximum tomorrow. Let's see how that pans out. Of course, we're going to be here to try and update you a little bit once we can. And if you are our member, you'll be updated ASAP like we do every day. We give you the best possible. And yeah, CM, everyone needs to join the VIP. Scan the QR code now. We'll see you. We invite you to come to our family. We invite you to come to see how professionals do it over and over again with consistently. We don't hold for D life. We trade the markets with conviction, with precision, do it over and over again. We go long, we go short when needed. That's how we have a track record of being consistency. And all our members know it. They preach for us and they vouch for us just because of how good of a service we give to them. CM, thank you for everything. Happy Friday, everyone. See you in the next one. Cheers.